Hey there, comedy fans! Today we're plugging into the world of artificial intelligence to meet RoboChuckles, the AI comedian that's got circuits for a funny bone. This isn't your average stand-up act. We're talking about a robot that's been programmed to make you laugh. Picture this. A sleek, metallic figure steps onto the stage, its LED eyes flickering with mischief. RoboChuckles looks like it just stepped out of a sci-fi movie, but instead of taking over the world, it's here to conquer your funny bone. But can a machine really tickle our human sense of humour? As we explore RoboChuckles' unique brand of binary banter, we'll uncover some hilarious quirks. From literal interpretations of idioms to jokes about its own lack of emotions, this robot's got a comedy style all its own. So, are you ready to see if artificial intelligence can crack you up? Let's power up and get this show on the road. Ever wonder how a robot comes up with jokes? Well, get ready to peek under RoboChuckles' metallic hood and see the gears of comedy turning. This AI comedian isn't just pulling random punchlines out of thin air. It's got a whole system of circuits dedicated to crafting laughs. At the heart of RoboChuckles' humour is a complex joke-writing algorithm. It's like a recipe for funny, but instead of ingredients, it uses data. The AI scans through massive databases of jokes, memes, and pop culture references. Then it mixes and matches elements in unexpected ways to create original material. Want to hear an example? RoboChuckles once quipped, "Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Just like my dating profile." See what it did there? It combined a classic science joke with a modern twist about online dating. That's the kind of data-driven punchline that sets RoboChuckles apart. But it's not all about crunching numbers. RoboChuckles also learns from human comedians. It analyzes their timing, delivery, and even their body language. Well, as much as a robot can. This helps it understand the subtle art of making people laugh. Sometimes, the funniest moments come from unexpected combinations. Like when RoboChuckles tried to tell a knock-knock joke, but ended up reciting the entire script of The Matrix instead. Oops! But hey, even AI comedians have their off days. One of the coolest things about RoboChuckles is how it tailors its jokes to different audiences. It can scan the room, analyze demographics, and adjust its material on the fly. So whether it's performing for tech geeks or grandmas, RoboChuckles always aims to hit the right note. Of course, not every joke lands perfectly. There was that time RoboChuckles tried to make a pun about USB ports and ended up short-circuiting itself. But you know what they say, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, and you can't become a comedy genius without blowing a few fuses. As we watch RoboChuckles in action, it's clear that AI humour is more than just ones and zeros. It's a fascinating blend of data analysis, pattern recognition, and good old-fashioned trial and error. Who knew that binary code could be so punny? Now that we've seen how RoboChuckles crafts its jokes, let's take a look at how this AI comedian adapts on the fly. Ever wonder how a robot knows if its jokes are landing? Well, RoboChuckles has some pretty cool tricks up its metallic sleeve. First up, we've got to talk about RoboChuckles' audience reaction sensors. These nifty little gadgets are like the robot's eyes and ears, constantly scanning the crowd. They pick up on everything from laughter and applause to the subtle shifts in body language that show if people are engaged or bored. But here's where it gets really interesting. RoboChuckles doesn't just collect this data. It uses it to adjust its material in real time. If a joke falls flat, the AI quickly switches gears, pulling from its vast database to find a different style of humour that might work better. It's like having a comedy Swiss Army knife, ready to tackle any tough crowd. Want to see RoboChuckles' quick wit in action? Picture this. During a recent show, someone's phone went off mid-routine. Without missing a beat, RoboChuckles quipped, "Sounds like someone's getting a call from the future. Tell them I said hi, and ask if they've invented self-cleaning circuits yet." The audience loved it, and RoboChuckles filed that successful improvisation away for future use. Of course, teaching an AI to read a room isn't all laughs and giggles. There are some serious challenges involved. For one, humour is incredibly subjective and context-dependent. What's hilarious to one group might be confusing or even offensive to another. RoboChuckles has to navigate these tricky waters in real time, all while trying to keep the laughs coming. Another hurdle is understanding the nuances of human interaction. Sarcasm, deadpan delivery, and subtle facial expressions can be tough for an AI to interpret correctly. There was that one time RoboChuckles mistook a group's polite golf claps for wild enthusiasm and launched into its raunchiest material. Awkward. But despite these challenges, RoboChuckles keeps learning and improving. With each performance, it gets better at reading the room and delivering the right jokes at the right time. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll see RoboChuckles headlining in Vegas. Until then, we'll keep enjoying its unique brand of AI-powered comedy, complete with all the hits and misses that come with pushing the boundaries of artificial intelligence and humour. Ready to see RoboChuckles in action? Let's look at some of its most memorable moments on stage. This AI comedian has had its fair share of hits, misses, and unexpected glitches that turned into comedy gold. Remember that USB port joke we mentioned earlier? Well, it turns out that short circuit led to one of RoboChuckles' funniest routines. As smoke started coming out of its circuits, the robot quipped, "Is it hot in here? Or is it just my overheating processor?" The audience couldn't stop laughing as RoboChuckles turned a potential disaster into a hilarious bit about the dangers of thinking too hard. But it's not just about self-deprecating humour. RoboChuckles has some seriously clever material up its metallic sleeves. One of its most popular jokes goes like this: "Why did the computer go to the doctor? It had a virus." Simple, but effective, especially when delivered with RoboChuckles' deadpan robotic voice. Of course, no comedy show is complete without a heckler or two, but RoboChuckles handles them like a pro. When someone once shouted, "You're not funny," the AI fired back, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize my humor circuits were programmed to please you specifically. Let me adjust my settings to easily amused human." Talk about a computerized comeback. Technical difficulties? No problem for this robot comedian. During one show, RoboChuckles' voice modulator malfunctioned, making it sound like a chipmunk on helium. Instead of panicking, the AI rolled with it, launching into a high-pitched rendition of "All by Myself" that had the audience in stitches. But perhaps RoboChuckles' most memorable moment came during a corporate gig. The AI scanned the room and decided to make a joke about the company's recent stock performance. Little did it know, the CEO was in the audience. As the room fell silent, RoboChuckles quickly recovered with, "Tough crowd. Maybe I should stick to binary. It's less likely to get me in trouble." 01,000 001,001. The CEO laughed, the tension broke, and RoboChuckles proved once again that even an AI can read a room and adapt on the fly. From glitches to giggles, RoboChuckles has shown that artificial intelligence can indeed crack us up. Who knew that a bunch of circuits and code could have such perfect comedic timing? It just goes to show that laughter truly is a universal language. Even robots can speak it. So, what does RoboChuckles teach us about the future of funny? As we've seen, this AI comedian is more than just a novelty act. It's challenging our ideas about creativity and humor. Can a machine really understand what makes us laugh? RoboChuckles suggests it's possible, but there's still a lot to learn. Imagine a world where human comedians team up with AI partners. Could this lead to new forms of comedy we've never seen before? It's an exciting possibility, but it also raises questions about the nature of humor itself. Will AI ever truly get the subtle nuances of human interaction that often make jokes work? RoboChuckles might not have all the answers, but it's certainly got us thinking. And speaking of thinking, here's RoboChuckles' take on the whole situation. Why did the human cross the road? To see if the AI could figure out why.